Cardinals and Greyhounds are ready to roll. Thanks again for joining us here on RioSportsLive.com for live coverage on this football game. District 32 6A again is reduced to 6 teams, and therefore it's a fight between 6 to get to 4, and that 4 will make it into the playoffs. And so this is a integral part of district play, as a lot of people had these two teams circled as among the top, if not the top team on their list heading in. And so it's a measuring stick kind of game for these teams and for the district as a whole to see how everything shapes up. We'll be back. We got 12 minutes on the clock, which means that we're not ready for the opening kickoff with anything except for the clock. The Cardinals are just now running onto the field. The Greyhounds are already just standing on the end zone, and we'll wait for the arrival of this Greyhound football team. Greyhounds will get their hands on the football. They won the opening coin toss. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have that kickoff for you. Live coverage coming to you from San Benito, Bobby Morrow Stadium. Greyhounds and Cardinals on RioSportsLive.com.
Or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
Stop today at 523 Express Printing, 1 block from UTRGV in Edinburgh. For copies, school, marketing, or fundraising materials, it's the place for printing needs. Business cards, labels, invitations, letters, signs, banners, and more. Call 523 Express Printing today. The new location for Children's Depot in Westico is a third facility within our family, offering high-quality education and infant care. Classrooms are filling fast, so take advantage of open enrollment today. School readiness curriculum. Back here at Bobby Morrow Stadium, they're allowing the middle school football teams to run onto the field first for San Benito. And again, it's a big crowd on hand. We were talking with Coach Randy Creeders yesterday at Harlingen, and he said, Joe, I don't think we're going to have too many seats that are going to be sold up high, because at that point in time we were being discussed as, hey, you may have to announce this game from the top row of the bleachers. And I said, well, I don't mind that. However, if they start selling that thing out, then we're going to be anxious individuals trying to figure out where we're going to broadcast the game from. Then, instead of having a couple pieces of plywood up here on the far left-hand side as I'm facing the field, San Benito opened up all the windows on the visitor side, and thus we had a little corner in which to set in here and do this game. And so, therefore, the crowd is filing in. We would have been sitting right next to someone. I'd have had to buy a couple of tickets to free up some room on this visitor side to broadcast this game. So, again, our thanks to the school districts, Harlingen and for San Benito, for cooperating to allow us to broadcast this game. In the booth with the coaches, the coaches at first were kind of looking at me, and they usually do, wondering, am I going to come across there? No, you won't hear any coaches screaming or yelling from up here. We got a better microphone than that, my friends. And so you'll get good coverage here for you. Audio only. Thank you, UIL, for not allowing us to broadcast the game, and I say that with all intent that someday we'll be able to broadcast with video and audio, and we'll leapfrog out of the norm. But tonight, it's going to be an audio-only presentation, and so we do appreciate you joining in on this broadcast. Highlights, I'll have some highlights for you on the audio side. You'll be able to watch some video highlights of this football game a little bit later on, and we'll also have some video replays for you as far as highlights during our show, Talking Sports on Rio Sports Live on Wednesday from our studio. Kickoff is underway. Cardinals kick it off, and the Greyhounds will look to return it. It's returnable inside their 5. They'll bring it out middle of the field to the 10, 15-yard line, out across the 20. Big hole opens up across the 25 to the 30, 32-yard line. And that's where the Greyhounds offense will step on the field first here to start this football game. 11:53 and counting here in the first quarter of play. And we'll take a look at what the Greyhounds' approach is to this game. They were shut down last week in their final preparation for district play. Meanwhile, the Harlingen team on the road at Midland found some new life, if you will. Managed to move that offense along in a hurry. As that football game progressed, you could just see it as we had that video coverage of the game. Cardinals started to get in sync offensively. So we'll see if the defense can set the tone and the offense can take over from there. First down play, Jacob Cavazos takes a snap, hands the ball off, running play up at about the 35-yard line. Should be good enough for a 5-yard gain. Quick carry by Tyler Castellega. And that's how the Hounds of San Benito will start things off with just a simple running play up the middle. Castilleja, one of their primary carriers. This time, Cavazos keeps it on his own, takes it out across the left side, bounces out across the 40 to the 42-yard line, and that's enough for a first down. Back-to-back running plays for San Benito. And they'll move the chains and quickly go with the no-huddle, hurry-up offense. Cavazos already has them set. Twin receivers right and left, single back in the backfield. 1st and 10 from the Greyhound 42. Hand off to Castiego. Big hole up the middle. Across the midfield stripe to the Cardinal 45. And that's a big-time hole that opened up for a 16-yard gain for Tyler Castiego. And so San Benito, after taking the opening kickoff, is moving the football already in Cardinal territory. 11:02 and counting here in this first quarter of play. Cavazos sets him down. 2 backs, offset I. Cardinals shifting defensively. Cavazos takes his time, now shifts the second tailback, which is Brandon Valdez, to his right side. Swing pass right side for Castiego. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to lead Castiego. Nothing doing, as there was no chance for him to catch that ball. 2nd down and 10 coming up for the San Benito Greyhounds. Single back this time for Cavazos. Hands it off to Castiego. No, keeps it on a read. Takes it across the 40. Spins forward. Got to about the 36-yard line of the Harlingen Cardinals. Gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3 for San Benito on this opening drive of the football game. 10:25 and counting here in the first. Cavazos now on a couple of carries. Has 14 yards. 35 yards on the ground thus far for the Greyhounds. And they'll face a 3rd and a short 3 just outside the Cardinal 35. Cavazos out of a shotgun, takes a snap, fakes the handoff, running right-hand side, looking for a block. Got it. Got a first down as he got inside the 35, all the way down and marked down. A great spot this time inside the 20. They'll mark him down, or check the inside the 30. They'll mark him down at the 28. That's a 9-yard gain. It looked like he may go out of bounds a lot further upfield than that. Quick handoff. Castiego running right-hand side. Got a block. Into the secondary. Down the sideline. Thrown down, but not before he takes it inside the 10-yard line. That's a 17-yard gain for Castiego. And the Greyhounds of San Benito have got this offense working on this opening drive. 9:44 to go in the first quarter. Shotgun formation. Cavazos keeps it himself. Hit in the backfield. Manages to struggle forward, gets inside the 5, brought down at the 4, so that's a 4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal for San Benito. Thank you again for joining us here on RioSportsLive.com. Live audio on a Friday night with some video replays that'll come your way in a little bit. On 2nd and goal, Cavazos takes a snap. Reads it himself, up the middle, hit, spins forward, got stopped at the 3. And it brings up 3rd and goal. First guy in there for the Cardinals was Ruben Rodriguez. So a short gain. And now it's 3rd and goal for San Benito. They'll bring in a couple of substitutes off the bench and overload the left side with some additional size. They'll bring in Nathaniel Garcia, big offensive lineman. He'll line up on that left side for the Greyhounds of San Benito on 3rd and goal. Under center this time. Cavazos hands the ball off. First guy through. Got near the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, San Benito. Greyhounds on top, 6-0. A.J. Garcia on the carry. And with 8:38 to go in the first quarter, San Benito draws first blood. Looked like Garcia may be stopped initially, and then a little surge by those extra linemen they brought in. Got the push forward. Extra point. They'll line up for a traditional single point for the Greyhounds. And the kicker is Mike Robles. Good snap. Ball down. Kick up away. And good. 7-0. San Benito. Cardinals get the football for a first time after this.
Engineering, arts, and math. Children's Depot, the education station.
Monster Car Wash has it all. Bring your ride and we'll make it right. Save $5 on the Golden Monster Wash with your ticket stub. Interior wipe down, vacuum, and polish. Relax and grab a bite while we make your ride look new again. That's the good stuff. Monster Car Wash, number 1.
And now the Harlingen Cardinals will have their hands on the football for a first time tonight. Cardinals will send Joe Reyna back inside his 10-yard line to return the kick. The high kick is in his direction. He'll drop back to his 5. Left side of the field to the 10, middle of the field to the 15, 20, makes a move across the 20, got to the 24, 25, drags a couple of tacklers, and drags a couple more for 5 extra yards out to the 30-yard line, and that's where Harlingen takes over. If anyone makes a big play tonight, they've got a huge crowd behind them. That's either team. San Benito faithful are here in force. Harlingen Cardinals brought the house as well. 88th annual Battle of the Arroyo. Second consecutive year it's played out here in San Benito. Last year it was the final game of district play. This year, district play begins tonight for these two teams. Cardinals offense on the field for the first time after the Greyhounds took it downfield and scored on the first possession of this football game. Pass play on first down. Galvan finds Reyna out across the 40 to the 45-yard line. A quick 15-yard strike. They went right to Joe Reyna. And the Cardinals moved the chains on their first play from scrimmage here tonight. Jaime Galvan at quarterback tonight for the Cardinals. Jesus Gonzalez lines up in the tailback spot to start this football game. He'll line up right next to Galvan on this first down play from the Cardinal 45. Galvan on a long count, drops back to throw. Deep drop over the middle. He's got a man. It's caught. Running left-hand side across the midfield stripe into San Benito territory down to the 45. That could be enough for a first down. Luke McNabb on the catch. And McNabb, much like Joe Reyna during the kick return, drug a couple of defenders for a couple extra yards. Now they'll call a penalty on that play, and so that may not count at all for the Harlingen Cardinals. Would have been enough for a first down. They'll march off 5 yards against Harlingen back to the 40-yard line. First penalty of the football game against Harlingen. 7:48 to go here in the first quarter of play. Cardinals line up with 2 receivers on the left-hand side, twin receivers out to the right. That's Dalton Mann, wide right. Also out there with him is Luke McNabb. Now a third receiver to the right side. Empty backfield for Galvan. Deep drop, has some time, pressured, gives up some ground, drops back, delivers a ball, but it's out of bounds and incomplete. Took a hit as pressure was coming from Avelino Garcia for the Greyhounds, and an incomplete pass. Second down and 15. Greyhounds had 69 yards of offense on their drive, all of that on the ground. And now Harlingen trying to answer. 3 receiver set right side, single receiver out to the left. As wide left is Damon Cantu. Galvan keeps Gonzalez in the backfield on this second down play. In motion goes Dalton Mann. Galvan wants to throw, looking deep, over the middle of the field. Got Reyna in room, has the ball, and he caught it inside the 25-yard line, first and 10. Reyna was open, and that's a 40-yard strike for a first down for the Harlingen Cardinals. A seam opened up, and Joe Reyna raced right through that, and then right on the money, Jaime Galvan hit him in stride. 7:03 and counting here in the first quarter. Harlingen just outside the San Benito 21. Call it first and 10. Wide left goes Damon Cantu. Wide right, McNabb. Galvan in the backfield. Gonzalez to join him on this first down play. They'll hand it off. Gonzalez looking for a block. Got to the 20-yard line, and that's about it. Might have got a yard on that play. That's the first official carry of the game for the Cardinals on the offensive side. 6:31 to go here in the first quarter.
Tumble. Auburn left. Tumble. Naked left. Auburn left. Tumble. Naked left.
And on 2nd down and 9, Gabriel Sosa says we should have gone live video. My friends, if I could get away with live video, I would, but the rules say no, and so I'll play by the rules. 2nd and 9 for Galvan and the Cardinals. Shifting 2 receivers right side. That should be a motion call. Play is still alive. They'll throw the ball over the middle, incomplete pass, but a 5-yard penalty is coming up against the Harlingen Cardinals. Stops the clock with 6:01 to go. Galvan took the snap as two men were in motion left to right. Second penalty against the Harlingen Cardinals here in this first quarter of play. If you're just joining us, that score, I'll change that right now. I need to do that, don't I? Score is right. 7-0 game. 6:01 to go here in the first quarter. Greyhounds took the opening kickoff, turned it into points. Harlingen Cardinals trying to answer. After the penalty at 2nd and 15 from the 25 of the Greyhounds. Galvan takes a snap, rolls out left-hand side, looking, has a man inside the 10, and it's dropped. Damon Cantu was there. He ran the route. Incomplete pass. And it brings up 3rd down and 15 for the Cardinals. Galvan now 2 of 4 in the passing game for 55 yards. Cardinals from the right hash mark of the San Benito 25-yard line. Fives are wild on the clock. 5:55 left here in the first quarter. Cardinals up to the line of scrimmage. Empty backfield for Galvan. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left-hand side. Man in motion goes left to right. Galvan fakes the handoff, running play inside the 20, trying to get to the corner. Does. Got to the 15-yard line, inside the 15 to the 12, and that's close to first down yardage. He'll be shy about 1.5 yards. Jaime Galvan, had he got one more block or a little extra angle, might have got to the far sideline and down the sideline for the score. Now they've got the ball marked down at the 12 on the far side of the field from the chains, meaning it would not be enough for a first down. But now the officials are going to call unsportsmanlike penalty against the Harlingen Cardinals. I never did see that flag come out, but the officials indeed marked that back after the play concluded, which means it went from 4th and short. Well, now they're going to call it 3rd down. It should be 4th if that happened afterwards, and it will be. It went from 4th and less than 2 to 4th and 16. Head coach Manny Gomez talking things over with the officials. 5:46 to go here in this first quarter of play. Officials will talk things over again with head coach Manny Gomez of the Harlingen Cardinals. As again, that unsportsmanlike penalty was called after the play was blown dead. And it was going to be 4th and short for the Harlingen Cardinals. And now another penalty is thrown from the sideline. And I think they're going to get a San Benito Greyhound. They're looking in the direction of Isaiah Zimmerly. And so Harlingen may benefit on an unsportsmanlike penalty against the Greyhounds. It'll take it back to decision time for the coaching staff, and it'll be 4th and short. Official takes a march. For the Greyhounds, you have to be careful on these unsportsmanlikes because it could be an automatic first down, and that's going to be the case. Take the measurement out. It went from 4th and 16 to 1st and 10. Football inside the 12-yard line of the San Benito Greyhounds, and wow, how that changed the complexion of this drive in a matter of back-to-back plays. 1st and 10. Cardinals can still get a first down. Galvan, empty backfield, or a direct snap this time to Reyna. Reyna running right. He's going to get stacked up and thrown back for a loss of a couple of yards on the play. Two Greyhounds in on the tackle as Justin Torres and also Avelino Garcia were there. On a direct snap to Joe Reyna. And that'll be a loss of, well, they'll mark it as no gain. Could have easily been a loss on the play, but a kind spot by the officials. And it's a second down play for the Harlingen Cardinals. On second down, Galvan takes a look at the sideline. They got a timeout. Cardinals going to call a timeout. They face second down. They're in the red zone. Back after this. Tropical Pet World brings people and pets together. You and your pets will love Belbaño self-serve pet wash. Complimentary grooming tables, towels, aprons, and blow dryer for a great price. Quick and easy. Go see them at 1716 West Hackberry in McAllen.
Don't pass up the savings at Mikasa Furniture. Score big at Mikasa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica Boulevard, Brownsville.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, and the Cardinals of Harlingen have the ball, 2nd and 10, inside the Greyhound 15-yard line. Galvan takes a snap, fires a pass in the flats left-hand side. He's got a man inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line on a completion in the hands of Kyler Castilla. And it's 1st and goal coming up for the Cardinals, and they'll be facing it here. Galvan looking for some personnel to check in and out of this football game, and here comes the big package in. Under center this time for Galvan on 1st and goal. Now the official blows the whistle. I think they're going to call a penalty against the Cardinals. They will. Cardinals had some problems getting some personnel on the field. You can see that developing. And so they'll take it back outside the 6 to the 7-yard line with 4:26 to go. And it'll be 1st down for the Harlingen Cardinals still, and goal to goal, but now from the 7-yard line. Kyler Castilla with the catch that sets up this 1st and goal. Cardinals now on 1st and goal. Galvan running left-hand side, takes it inside the 5, leaps in the air, and is in the end zone. Touchdown. Cardinals respond with 3:59 to go in the 1st quarter. Galvan runs it in. Cardinals of Harlingen, an extra point away from tying this game. Again, that was all set up by a pass play to Castilla by Jaime Galvan that got him set up. Extra point, away, and good. All knotted up. 7 apiece, 3:59 to go. Kickoff from the Battle of the Arroyo after this.
Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Tex in Harlingen.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times. Celebrating every triumph and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com on a Friday night at Bobby Morrow Stadium in San Benito, Texas. District 32 6A action. Harlingen and San Benito all tied up at 7 apiece. Each team had the football once. Each team put it in the end zone. Cardinals was 67 yards in the air on that drive. Compare that to 69 yards for the Greyhounds, all on the ground the time they had the football. Kickoff for the Cardinals. Looking to the right-hand side, that's going to go out of bounds. And with 3:59 to go here in the first quarter, Greyhounds offense will get to start a drive at their own 25-yard line. 1st and 10. Greyhounds on 9 carries, 69 yards. That's better than 7 yards per carry on the ground on their first drive. Running play for the Greyhounds on 1st down, and that goes nowhere. Second down for San Benito. They go with the quick offense. No huddle. Hurry up offense on this second down play. Second and 10 for San Benito. By the way, that was Mark Acosta that made that catch for the Cardinals on that drive. Running play right side for the Greyhounds across the 45 in a hurry to the 49-yard line. And that's a 19-yard gain if it stands. I think there's a penalty. There is. Back around the 35-yard line. So hold on that one. There's a flag on the far side of the field, which is probably going to be against the Greyhounds. But then a second flag popped in the secondary of the Harlingen Cardinals. So we'll take a look at that. 3:18 left here in this first quarter. So it would have been a 19-yard gain. And now they're going to take a look. They're standing at about the 35-yard line, are the officials. Line of scrimmage was back around the 30. Now they'll march off the penalty. Against San Benito, back down inside the 30, and then they'll turn around and walk the other way against the Harlingen Cardinals and take it back across the 35 all the way out to the 40. So a 10-yard penalty marched off against San Benito, then a 15-yard penalty against Harlingen, and a first down for San Benito after all that. 3:18 to go here in the first quarter. Greyhounds would have got a first down on the carry anyway. But now, thanks to the penalty, they get 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Cavazos keeps Castiega in the backfield on his left-hand side. Hands the ball off. Castiega trying to get to the right side and does. Got to the midfield stripe, down to the Cardinal 47-yard line. That's a 13-yard carry for Tyler Castiega. And he is having a big first quarter out of the gate. 4 carries now, 51 yards. He's averaging better than 12 yards per carry. 2:53 to go in the first. Shotgun, running play, up the middle. Cavazos bounces it to the right side. Stumbles in across the 45 down to about the 42, maybe the 43-yard line. Mark it down at the 43. So a 4-yard gain for Jacob Cavazos. And the San Benito Greyhounds still gaining ground yards here in this first quarter. Running play, Castiega to the right side, and this time he is hit at the line of scrimmage and thrown backwards. 2 Cardinals were there to make that stop. First guy was Tristan Garcia. And they'll give forward progress of a yard gain. Also in on the tackle was Ruben Rodriguez. 3rd and a long 5 for the Greyhounds at the Cardinal 42-yard line. Cavazos checking off at the line of scrimmage. Drops back to throw, looking, has some time. Now he's rushed out of the pocket, delivers a pass wide open inside the 35 to the 30. Down to the Harlingen Cardinal 37-yard line, and that was a good read by Cavazos. spotted Mitch Guajardo, and Guajardo just settled in. That's a 16-yard strike and a first down for San Benito. Cavazos now one of two in the passing game. That's his first completion. Shotgun formation. Cavazos turns, reads it, running right side, tripped up as he got inside the 25 down to the 23. Knifing through there for the Cardinals was Marcos San Miguel. He hit Cavazos before he got to the line of scrimmage. Cavazos had a lot of momentum carrying forward and managed to stretch before he landed. And gets 4 yards on the gain. Minute 8 left here in the quarter. Shotgun formation for Cavazos. Drops back to throw, hesitates, keeps it himself. Running up the middle and takes on a couple of tacklers and takes it down to the 10-yard line. That's a 13-yard carry for Cavazos and another first down for the Greyhounds of San Benito, who already are over 100 yards rushing in the game. Cavazos, first and goal, just inside the 10. Quick snap. Reads it himself, running right-hand side. Takes on a tackler down to the 5. Rumbles inside of the 3 to the 2. Football looked like it may have come out of there. Officials are ruling it down, so that's down at the 2. Second and goal for the Greyhounds from the 2-yard line. 26 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. Greyhounds have had the ball twice. Harlingen's had it once. And San Benito does not have to take a snap to close out this first quarter of play. Game clock down to 8 as they break out of the huddle. Cavazos ready, sets him down, takes a snap. Runs it right side. That's a touchdown. San Benito Greyhounds with zeros on the clock to end the quarter in the end zone and retake the lead. A.J. Garcia scores his second touchdown. 13-7. As Garcia takes it in from 2 yards out, he's got 2 carries, 5 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Not a bad line score for a quarter of play on a Friday night. Extra point for San Benito. That play did conclude play here in the first quarter. Good snap, ball down, kick up, long, high, and good. San Benito up 14-7, second quarter. Coming up after this.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Xavier. This is Sarge, and we're the owners of King Cuts Barbershop, and this is the King Cuts crew. Welcome to King Cuts.
We specialize in all kinds of men's cuts and hair designs. Keep yourself groomed. We'll take care of the rest. King Cuts, where fresh cuts are served daily.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Back here at Bobby Morrow Stadium on a Friday night, Joe Bowling with you on Real Sports Live. Harlingen taking on San Benito, and thus far, every team that's had their hands on the football has scored. San Benito's touched it twice, Harlingen's had it once, and our score 14-7 after a quarter of play. Cardinals will get the ball for a second time here on the night. They'll send Joe Reyna back to return the kick. We flip sides of the field as we start the second quarter of play. Reyna had a nice return on his first touch here tonight. A short kick this time outside the 10. The right side of the field to the 20. Out to the 25. Reyna just ducks his head, takes it out to the 30-yard line. And that's where Harlingen will bring the offense back on the field and start a second drive. Both teams moved the football and finished off drives in that first quarter of play. Cardinals had 88 yards of offense. Greyhounds with 129. And we'll see what Harlingen comes out with on first down. Ruben Benitez says, why can't we watch the game? Well, UIL rules won't let us turn the video cameras on for live coverage, my friends. And if it did, Dan Gomez and the San Benito Greyhounds don't want live coverage, my friends, on audio or video. We get to bring your audio, and that's it. Cardinals run the ball left-hand side, and Galvan loses about 5 yards. Running play left side. And Galvan nowhere to go on that play.
John Daniel Gonzalez with the tackle.
Okay, here we go. Give me a total right.
Second and long, Cardinals.
Second down for Harlingen from their own 24-yard line. They got to get it out to the 40-yard line to get a first down. 11-19 and counting here in this second quarter play. Galvan wants to pass. Does. Right-hand side. Castiego has some room. Across the 35 to the 40, 45-yard line. That is Marcus Acosta. And that's a big gain for Harlingen. That's 22 yards on that catch by Acosta coming out of the backfield. Galvan now 4 of 6 for 89 yards in the air. Cardinals 1st and 10 from the 47 of San Benito. A.J. Urios says hello from Permian Basin. Greetings and thanks for tuning in. Empty backfield for Galvan and the Cardinals on first down. Man in motion goes right to left. Galvan keeps himself running right-hand side. Ran into 2 defenders, gets thrown violently backwards. And a short gain, if any. Ralph Castellanos was there, but Justin Torres was there to make the stop on the carry.
Albert Meco, number 13 on defense. Quarterback, Jaime Galvan for the Cardinals.
Galvan will get marked down for a 1-yard gain. And so it's 2nd and 9. Harlingen from their own 48-yard line. Wide receiver left. Isolated man-to-man coverage. Galvan runs the option. Pitch out left-hand side. And nothing there for Raiden Berry. Berry, before he squared his shoulders up, had already stopped his momentum. And so literally he loses 2 on the play, but when a tailback has no momentum going forward at all, there better be a huge hole opened up. Nothing doing this time. The drive now, 3rd and 11 for Harlingen's Cardinals. Shotgun for Galvan, stands at his own 40. Got to get it inside the Greyhound 43 for a first down. Hands it off to Berry, trying to get to the right side, gives up some ground, spins forward. 3 guys there, now a 4th comes in, and no gain on the play. Berry on the carry, but there was defenders in the backfield on that. 8:57 and counting here in this first half. Harlingen will bring the punt team in. Punter stands back at his own 31-yard line for the Harlingen Cardinals. San Benito, single man back to return this kick inside his 20. Good snap. The kick is away. High spiraling kick. Going to take a bounce. Cardinals try to down it. Just miss an opportunity as it rolls inside the end zone. Getting back there for the Cardinals was Ruben Rodriguez, and he was a second away from dropping that ball down around the 1-yard line. Greyhounds take over. They lead back after this.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
That keeper running right-hand side is Cavazos. Got outside the 20-yard line. And then Cavazos is dropped there, so that's a short gain. Call it 2.
Yeah. So I'll call it. What's it called? I'm just letting
2nd and 8 coming up for San Benito. Greyhounds with 131 yards of offense here in the game. Cavazos out of a shotgun. Turns, hands the ball off. Running play left side, and that goes nowhere. Cardinals defensively from the right side just had all kinds of numbers. And they break down Castiega for a gain of a yard, no more than that. 3rd and long coming up for San Benito. Listening in California, I want to say hello out there to Roxanne Montalvo. 7:33 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 3 receivers right side for the Greyhounds. They'll look to throw over the middle, and it's caught wide open across the 40 to 45-yard line. Juan Constante just broke wide open on that play, and that's a 25-yard gain. On 3rd and long, they lined 3 receivers up on that right side in a bunch formation, flooded the zone. Constante wide open. Quick snap. Pass play left side. That's nearly picked off. And then a penalty comes in. Pass was in the direction of Brandon Valdez, and in there to make the play was Justin Munives. Munives was going for the football, and then the flag was thrown. He was tangled up with a blocker. But he had read that play, was trying to jump the route. So we'll see what the penalty's about. Could be a hold. They're going to call a personal foul against Harlingen. Justin Munives, again, he saw the pass. He was trying to jump the route and trying to run through a blocker to get to the football. Officials will call a 15-yard penalty. Moves the ball into Harlingen territory at the 39. And with 7:10 to go here in this 3rd quarter, the Greyhounds now operating on the Harlingen side of the 50 for a 3rd time here tonight. Cavazos out of an empty backfield. Sends a man in motion left to right. Option, keeps it himself. Running play to the right. Spins, got to the 35. Stays on his feet to the 34-yard line. That's close to a 5-yard gain for Jacob Cavazos. Cavazos now on 12 carries, 64 yards. 121 yards on the ground for San Benito here in the first half. Empty backfield now for Cavazos and the San Benito Greyhounds. Clock running with 6:42 to go. These long sustained drives will have a game go by in a blink of an eye. Cavazos, long count now. Play clock down to 14. Appears to be changing the play up. 3 receivers left, 2 receivers right side. Drops back to throw over the middle, incomplete pass. Into traffic that time. Cavazos trying to force that one in, and now we got a penalty thrown after the play. Cardinal players were sitting there, and it looked like a player on the Harlingen side pushed his own teammate to try to fire him up, and the official threw the penalty. 6:19 to go, and another 15-yarder. And those have been part of drives here tonight that have helped teams get points on the board. It takes it inside the red zone at the 19. 1st and 10 for the Greyhounds. Cavazos sets him down. Charlene Anderson says hello from Alabama. Talk about them in just a little bit. On 1st down, Cavazos wants to throw, has some time. Over the middle, man wide open inside the 10-5. Touchdown, Greyhounds. Isaiah Zimmerly was wide open. 19-yard strike, touchdown. San Benito now up 2 scores. Cavazos had some pressure at the very end of that, but by that time, Zimmerly had broke wide open up the middle. All he had to do was watch that one in. Extra point away and good. San Benito up 21-7. Kickoff coming up after this.
Looking for a new garage door or just need repairs? Overhead Door stands for excellence. With a complete line of garage doors and openers, plus expert service you can trust. Beautifully designed, beautifully crafted, trusted for more than 90 years. Always look for the Overhead Door logo to be sure you're getting the genuine, the original Overhead Door.
Overhead Door of South Texas. Look for the red ribbon, 956-787-DOOR.
Fans, you see some of the commercials running during our broadcast. That's helping us expand out and do what we do best, and that is try to cover high school sports at an extraordinary angle. We're in San Benito tonight. Tomorrow morning, we'll be heading to McAllen for volleyball action between Mac High and McAllen Memorial. And how about Sunday, where we'll hit 2 gyms and cover 30 basketball games in one day for you, right here on RioSportsLive.com. Come back at you with more football and volleyball action next week. And basketball season is just around the corner. Kickoff for the San Benito Greyhounds. They lead in this ball game 21-7. Short kick, right side of the field, fielded at the 20 for the Cardinals. Out to the 25, to their own 30, to the 35, and then surge forward to the 32-yard line, and that's where the Cardinals will send the offense on the field. Greyhounds have outgained the Cardinals 181 yards to 106 in the first half. Still got 6 minutes left, but possession-wise, San Benito's had the football 3 times, and this will be the 3rd time the Cardinals get their hands on the football. Go back to that penalty. Again, the Cardinals had made a play defensively, and it looked like one of the players was trying to fire his own teammate up. First down play for Harlingen, and they'll blow the play dead before the snap. Looking like a motion call against Harlingen's Cardinals. That'll be a 5-yard penalty back to the 31. And so Harlingen will now have 1st and 15. Galvan sets him down, keeps the back in the backfield. That's Gonzalez to his left-hand side. 3 receivers on the left side, man in motion left to right. Galvan, deep drop. Here comes pressure over the middle. Got a man, and he's incomplete. Damon Cantu was right there, and had that ball been in stride, that was 6. Incomplete pass. Galvan now 4 of 7 in the passing game. 2nd and 15, and they'll probably go back to that play later on for the Harlingen Cardinals. As Cantu had run the route, he was in position. Had Galvan put that anywhere near him, that was a big play. 2nd and 15. 3 receivers set left side again for the Cardinals. Man in motion again is Cantu. They'll dump a pass off up the middle, and now the football's fumbled, and it looks like the Greyhounds recover. At the 30-yard line of the Cardinals, they do. Jesus Gonzalez was hit. Now wait, they're going to talk about whether or not he ever had possession of that football or not. This is going to be one of those, did he catch it or not? Officials having a discussion. Sure looked like he caught it and made a move, but again, that's up to debate, which is being heavily talked about right now by the officiating crew standing at the 30-yard line of the Harlingen Cardinals. Now the officials will go over and talk things over. And there's a personal foul on the play against San Benito. Now the question is, did it happen after the fumble recovery or during the play? They marched the 15 yards off and put the ball back at the Harlingen 45. And the Cardinals offense gets to stay on the field. They dodge a huge bullet there. 1st and 10 from their own 45. 5:50 left here in the second quarter. Galvan out of a shotgun. Turns, drops back to throw. Swings a pass out. Here comes Acosta. Spins forward inside the 40-yard line. Stays on his feet. Gets a couple extra yards. Down to the 37. That's an 18-yard catch for Acosta, who's having a big first half here. On 3 catches now, he's got 52 yards. And Harlingen now in San Benito territory at the Greyhound 38. First down play. Galvan out of a shotgun. Turns, fakes a handoff, sprints out right side, eludes a defender. Now he's looking downfield. Now he's going to run. Hangs on to the football. Got to the 31, which is a 6-yard gain on the play. And it brings up 2nd and 4. Galvan dangerously with that football out and dangling in front of him, in front of a couple of defenders that time on that sideline in front of the San Benito bench. 2nd down and 4. You can open up the playbook a little bit here for the Harlingen Cardinals on this play from the San Benito 30. San Benito's had the ball 3 times and scored 3 touchdowns. Harlingen, this is just the 3rd time their offense has been on the field. Galvan out of a shotgun, drops back to throw, has some time, looking, hesitates, waits. Now here comes pressure, pocket collapses. Got to the 30, and that's it. Good coverage downfield as the Greyhounds defensively just blanketed those receivers. Galvan just had to hang on to the ball. Got a yard gain. Call it 2. Give him a 2-yard gain. So it's 3rd and 1 for the Harlingen Cardinals. From the San Benito, just outside their 29. It's right between the 29 and 30-yard line on the left hash. Galvan, empty backfield on 3rd and short. Sends a man in motion, left to right, that's Barry. Keeps it himself, running left-hand side. Got a room, inside the 20, down to the 15, 10-5. Jaime Galvan, touchdown Cardinals. 3:34 to go, a great read and 6 on the board. Galvan takes it to the house. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Cardinals bring the extra point team in. Still 12 on the play clock. They've got it lined up, and they'll set this ball down. 8 on the play clock. Extra point. Jacob Garza, the kicker. A lot of pressure up the middle, a lot of movement, and here come the penalty flags. Greyhounds look like they may have jumped, but if that many guys jump at once, a lot of times you point at the offense. We'll see. 3:34 to go. It's going to be against San Benito. So that'll move the ball half the distance. Cardinals keep their kicking team on the field. And we'll go for the extra point. Snap is a high one. They get the ball down. The kick is low, line drive, but it's good. Found its way through somehow. 21-14. Greyhounds lead the Cardinals. The Battle of the Arroyo continues after this. Looking to add that special look to your home? Then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen. Back here, Harlingen Cardinals will kick the football off, and the Greyhounds of San Benito will get it for a 4th time in this game. Their offense hasn't been stopped yet. On the return out across the 10, 15, 20, 21, 22-yard line. And with 3:28 left here and 3 timeouts in the first half, San Benito's offense will head onto the field with a 21-14 lead. You look ahead to the second half, the Harlingen Cardinals will get the ball. to start the third quarter. Welcome again to our broadcast here on Rio Sports. 3:28 left here in this third. Greyhounds had the football after returning the kick. They marked it down at the 23, their own 23. But again, this offense has not been stopped yet tonight by the Harlingen Cardinals. 181 yards of offense for San Benito, 121 on the ground, 60 through the air. That's unofficial stats, but I'm doing my best. Shotgun formation on first down for Cavazos. They'll blow the play dead before the snap. Officials never did let that snap get underway. And they'll march off a 5-yard penalty against San Benito. And so their drive starts just like the Cardinals did last time they had their hands on the football. 5 yards in the wrong direction to get it started. Cavazos keeps 2 backs in the backfield. Single receiver left, 2 to the right-hand side. Runs the read, keeps it himself up the middle. Hit hard, and down he goes. Might have gained a yard. But that play collapsed as his secondary of the Cardinals recognized the read and collapsed inside. Now the officials are looking as if another penalty was thrown late in that play. And it is. Unsportsmanlike against Harlingen. So there's another 15-yard penalty. Every time a big play occurs in this football game, that penalty comes raining in. 3:06 to go here in the second quarter. And for San Benito, they went from 2nd and long to 1st and 10. Football outside their 32-yard line. Cavazos keeps 2 backs in the backfield again. Brandon Valdez to his left-hand side. Hands the ball off. Valdez hit hard. Down he goes. Gain 2. Tackle made that time by Gabriel Martinez.
Hey, no, 10 personnel now. 5's going out.
Brandon Valdez.
10 personnel.
For Valdez, that's his first carry of the night. 2nd and 8 for San Benito. Clock running with 2:35 to go here in the second. Galvan out of a shotgun. Drops back. Here comes the penalties again. This may be against San Benito. Did I say the ball game? No, we're in the second quarter, my friends. 2:29 left in the second quarter. This game's been played quickly, but not that quick. At halftime, they'll have performance by the bands and the dancers for both teams. Again, I want to talk about the crowd. They talked about they weren't expecting big, giant numbers, but they're here. Pass play, looking, Cavazos on the right sideline. Got a man, first down and yards after the catch. Down inside the 45 to the 42-yard line of the Cardinals, Mike Guajardo. Mitch Guajardo on the catch. That's his second catch of the night. That's 22 yards. And now all kinds of motion from the Greyhounds before the next snap. They're still trying to go with that hurry-up, no-huddle offense. In this case, the entire right side jumps off sides. Stops the clock with 2:03 remaining in the half. Looking ahead to the third quarter, the Cardinals of Harlingen will get the football, so it's instrumental on their side and important to get a stop. It would be their first stop of the game, as this Greyhound offense has just rolled thus far. 1st and 15. Cavazos keeps it himself on a read. Right-hand side, dodges a couple of tacklers. Got back to the 40, or right outside the 40, call it the 41. 6-yard carry for Cavazos. And the last 4 of that were real creative, dodging some tacklers. 2nd and 8 now for San Benito. Quick snap. Cavazos runs it right side, looking for a block, got it. Got to the 30, spins out of bounds about the 28-yard line. And that's a 13-yard gain for Jacob Cavazos, who now has 15 carries for 84 yards, and he's averaging better than 5 per touch. From the 30 of Harlingen, minute 25 left here in the half. Cavazos takes a snap. Read again to the right-hand side, slides down at the 30.
Cavazos, the ball carrier.
And Cavazos gets up slowly after that play. Clock running with 1:14 to go in the half. San Benito does have all 3 timeouts remaining. Cardinals have 2. Cardinals not looking to stop this clock. San Benito will. 1:08 left in the half. Greyhounds football after this.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit HinoGas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
Fans, I want to thank you again for joining us here on our broadcast on RioSportsLive.com. Battle of the Arroyo, Harlingen Cardinals and San Benito Greyhounds. Greyhounds leading 21-14. It's their football, 2nd down and 11. Just outside the Harlingen 30 after calling timeout with 1:08 left here in the half. Cavazos takes a snap this time, running left-hand side on an option, keeps it, hit hard this time, and down he goes. Got inside the 30, paid for that as he took 2 vicious hits that time. And 3rd and long coming up for San Benito. 50 seconds left in the half. Again, the Cardinals not looking to stop the clock at all. Joshua James, the score is correct on your screen, my friend. 39 seconds left in the half. Greyhounds now in no hurry to take this next snap, and the whistle blows and the timeout is called. San Benito burns a timeout. 34 seconds left. Back after this.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Whoa, what are you doing, man? We're having a commercial without me? Come to the Restore and save some money.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
There's lots to see and do in the Rio Grande Valley. If this means the world to you, trust your vision to Gulf Coast Eye Institute. For over 25 years, we've served patients with comprehensive care using the latest technology. Our team of doctors cover a wide spectrum of eye care specialties with locations across South Texas for your convenience, and always treat you with compassionate care. We want you to keep seeing and doing everything South Texas has to offer. Gulf Coast Eye Institute, your world, your vision.
Back here on Rio Sports, 3rd and 9 for the Greyhounds. They look to throw. Cavazos from the right side, looking deep, in traffic, picked off by the Cardinals. Coming out across the 15 to the 20 to the 25-yard line. Interception made by Isaiah Lizcano. And so the Cardinals get their first stop defensively here in this football game as Cavazos is picked off. Now the Cardinals will have the football. They do have 2 timeouts remaining, and they get the football to start the 3rd quarter. Mark the ball down at the Cardinal 27. Galvan out of a shotgun formation. 3 receivers right side, drops back to throw. Protections there, looking for a deep ball down the left sideline. And a penalty comes in as the receiver was knocked to the ground. Damon Cantu was over there. I don't think Cantu would have been able to get behind those defenders. But in high school football, that's not such a bad play if he would have. It's a 15-yard penalty. It's not a spot foul. That would have been inside the Greyhound 40 if it was a spot foul, but a 15-yard penalty will only take the ball across the 42 of the Cardinals. First down from their own 42-yard line. 19 seconds left here in the half. They got a wide receiver right side. Empty backfield. Galvan drops back to throw. Protections there. Scanning the field. Delivers a ball downfield and incomplete. In the direction that time of Luke McNabb. Clock stops with 12 seconds left here in the half.
Okay, here we go. Give me an empty right, one draw. Empty right, one draw.
And so the Cardinals will have a 2nd and 10. San Benito's outgained the Cardinals 227 to 148 in the first half. Lead them 21 to 14. Galvan, empty backfield. 3 receivers right, 2 left from the left hash mark. Runs it himself, has a lot of room. Midfield, 45. San Benito, 40, 35, 30-yard lines. Out of bounds, 4 seconds left in the half. Galvan goes for 27 on the carry. Looks like the Cardinals may go with a field goal unit as the ball's marked down at the 31-yard line of the San Benito Greyhounds. 4 seconds left in the half. Timeout on the field. Cardinals, will they kick a field goal? Back after this.
I opened Alex Restaurant with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex and Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience.
Back here in the Harlingen Cardinals, we'll bring the field goal unit on, and they'll attempt what in essence will be a 48-yard field goal from the left hash mark. 48-yard field goal attempt for the Cardinals. Good snap. The ball is blocked, and the San Benito Greyhounds on the run try to pick it up. Nothing doing. That ends the half on a blocked field goal. Albert Mercado got in there and got the block. It was a little high on the snap, which put the holder in jeopardy, and that's the way the half comes to an end. 21-14, San Benito leads this one. Remember, Harlingen gets the ball to start the second half. We'll take a break. We'll come back. For those of you listening on audio, we'll turn up the volume for the bands. Till then, I'm Joe Bowling. We'll go over some stats as well back after this.
Here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Head to downtown Harlingen for great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Coletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us where we have over 20 new menu items. Join us for Margarita Fridays and live music Fridays and Saturdays on the patio. Make any day memorable at Coletti's. Visit colettis.net. Downtown Harlingen. It's where you belong.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
Stop today at 523 Express Printing, 1 block from UTRGB in Edinburgh. For copies, school, marketing, or fundraising materials, it's the place for printing needs. business cards, labels, invitations, letters, signs, banners, and more. Call 523 Express Printing today. The new location for Children's Depot in Wessico is a third facility within our family offering high-quality education and infant care. Classrooms are filling fast, so take advantage of open enrollment today. School readiness curriculum, including science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Children's Depot, the education station.
Monster Car Wash has it all. Bring your ride and we'll make it right. Save $5 on the Golden Monster Wash with your ticket stub. Interior wipe down, vacuum, and polish. Relax and grab a bite while we make your ride look new again. That's the good stuff. Monster Car Wash, #1.
Tropical Pet World brings people and pets together. You and your pets will love Belbaño Self-Serve Pet Wash. Complimentary grooming tables, towels, aprons, and blow dryer for a great price. Quick and easy. Go see them at 1716 West Hackberry in McAllen.
Don't pass up the savings at Mikasa Furniture. Score big at Mikasa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica Boulevard, Brownsville.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
For over some of the big plays of the first half, my friends, and hope you enjoyed them there on RealSportsLive.com. Jacob Howell on the camera. Yes, we're still having our camera down there where fans, if they jump up in that top row, they're going to get in our way. And so that's what you get on that. But UIL allows video replays, and they allow a couple of highlights to be run. And so we give you some first half highlights right there. That's where we're at. 21-14 is your score as the bands get set to perform. Harlingen band already out on the football field, 23 minutes on the clock. Take a look at this from a statistic perspective, and the Greyhounds with 227 yards of offense have outgained the Cardinals to 175. 145 yards on the ground for the Greyhounds on 24 carries. That's 6 yards a carry. 4 of 7 in the air for 82 yards. Meanwhile, Harlingen, 13 of 68 yards, averaging 5 yards per carry on the ground, but 5 of 9 for 107 yards through the air for 175 total yards of offense. For San Benito with the 21-14 lead, Jacob Cavazos leads the way in the rushing department. Quarterback with 16 carries for 86 yards. Behind him is Tyler Castiaga with 5 carries for 52 yards. In the air again, Cavazos 4 of 7 for 82 yards and a touchdown. Also was intercepted once. Leading receiver Mitch Guajardo has a couple of catches for 38 yards. Juan Constante had one for 25 yards, and Isaiah Zimmerly reeled one in for 19 yards. So of the 4 completions, 16 yards was the least yards gained in the air on a pass play completed for the San Benito Greyhounds. On the offense for the Harlingen Cardinals, Jaime Galvan leads the way in the rushing department, 9 carries for 68 yards, averaging better than 7 yards a carry. In the air, 5 of 9 for 107 yards. Joe Reyna, the leading receiver, in yards with 55 yards total on 2 receptions. Marcus Acosta had 3 catches for 52 yards for the Harlingen Cardinals. We'll take a break. When we come back, I'll just turn the microphone on, let you hear the bands a little bit, get you set for some additional broadcasts. Again, reminding you that tomorrow at noon we'll be at McAllen Memorial taking on Mac High in volleyball action. And then on Sunday, through the RGV Coaches Basketball Association, it's the preseason fundraiser tournament that the coaches put on, trying to raise funds for scholarships for basketball and athletes here in the Rio Grande Valley. And so that will be taking place on Sunday at PSJA North and PSJA Southwest. I was out at both of those facilities today getting things set up, so we'll start broadcasting basketball action as early as 8 a.m. on Sunday from two different gyms, and by the time we're finished, we'll have 30 games that we'll bring you right here on Rio Sports Live in one day. Yeah, basketball season. Remember that last year when we started things on October 19th? And then basketball season, we ramped it up in a big way. We'll take a break and be back after this.
VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Xavier. This is Sarge, and we're the owners of King Cuts Barbershop, and this is the King Cuts crew. Welcome to King Cuts! We specialize in all kinds of men's cuts and hair designs. Keep yourself groomed. We'll take care of the rest. King Cuts, where fresh cuts are served daily.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
This close.
We're this close.
We are this close
of wanting
to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We are this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Looking for a new garage door or just need repairs? Overhead Door stands for excellence. With a complete line of garage doors and openers, plus expert service you can trust. Beautifully designed, beautifully crafted, trusted for more than 90 years. Always look for the Overhead Door logo to be sure you're getting the genuine, the original Overhead Door.
Overhead Door of South Texas. Look for the red ribbon, 956-787-DOOR.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com as the bands are performing out at the midfield area. Harlingen Band first and then the San Benito Band. Still 17 minutes before we start the second half. Going to go ahead and run the highlights for you again. These are some of the big plays in the first half. Battle of the Arroyo, the 88th edition. San Benito leads Harlingen 21-14. Here's some highlights from the first half. See, you're in tight there, and that's good. Right there, you should just be zoomed right in on the touchdown. You zoom wide. See what you did? In, out, in, out. Yeah, so you just stayed real. Is that as close as you can get to him? Can you get him a lot closer than that? Feel good there. You can stay zoomed in even more. Now the play's happening. So now zoom right in on him. All the way in. You just stayed wide. Zoom in all the way on him on that. And you're up the line. You could have stayed all the way in on the huddle there. And now right now you want to go wide. And now as he scores, zoom in on him, her big fat head, but just see you're zooming back out already. Just instead of staying in.
Well, I zoomed out on that one, trying to get her out of it.
Yeah. Okay.
More. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
So you're coming back out again. They already scored. And sometimes I don't know who scores, so I'm looking for you to show me who scored. Because on those big pileups, I didn't catch who got that hand up.
Oh, I got confused on that one too. I didn't see. I thought he was throwing it.
You're wide there, and I understand staying wide because San Benito's in the no-huddle, fast break offense. But like right now, you're in on him. You should be tight on him all the way. Stay in, stay in, stay in, stay in, stay in. You don't need to come out wide. You can just stay in. Yeah.
I think I rocked on that one.
Yeah, that's why I said it. Zoomed out wide. It's just a habit. I get it. There's habits that's happening. But until you watch it, then you go, okay, I see it. That's your first half highlights for those listening in on Rio Sports. I want to thank you again for keeping track. I'm seeing now they're watching us in Tuscaloosa County, Alabama. Well, being from Missouri, I got a little interest in Alabama this week. I know what's going to happen. Missouri's out there, and they're going to show up and they're going to play. I'm going to root for them, and Alabama's going to probably get them by 35. But thanks again for tuning in here on Real Sports Live on a Friday night, Battle of the Arroyo style. Harlingen Cardinal Band wrapping things up. 21-14 is your score. We're about 13 and some change away from the second half. We'll take a break when we get back. Talk a little district football action. We got some more stuff going on here on Real Sports Live. And again, we're looking for advertisers. I'm looking more importantly for salespeople. We got advertisers that call us, and I just can't get out to them all to try to meet with these advertisers and try to help get these games in place. I've got announcers, I've got camera operators, I've got computer operators, we got editors that I'm trying to bring on board, and it's all funded by what? By some advertising. So I've got some sales positions available. Need some help getting to these advertisers who are calling in, and some of the businesses that I get to touch base with and visit with that I could wrap up if I had a good salesperson, or two or three. We picked up a couple over in the Mission and McAllen and Edinburgh side of things via one of the colleges up in the Upper Valley. TSTC providing us with some editors down in the Lower Valley, but still looking for some additional assistance so that we can bring you more. I got 14 systems. And talking about basketball season, there's certain times when I could put all 14 systems in play, and we could get over 1,000 games covered in basketball season in about a month and a half. It all revolves around, can I get the thing covered with advertising dollars? Speaking of that, this is the ones that we do have. Back after this.
The Bell officers are...
Looking to add that special look to your home? Then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
Thank you for watching.
Once again, let's hear it from your San Benito Bells.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, we're at halftime. San Benito marching band out on the field. I'm going to turn up the microphone, see if we can hear the public address announcer and the band just a little bit.
San Benito High School is proud to present the 2018-2019 edition of the mighty Greyhound Marching Band.
1, 2, test. Yeah.
This year, the band has selected Nyx, the goddess of the night, for their 2018 UIL marching show, which features music inspired by Prokopi's Scythian Suite, Goldenthal's Adagio and Transfiguration, Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata, Debussy's Clair de Lune, and Carol Britton Chambers' Nocturnal Preachers. Now, under the field direction of drum majors Ivan Hernandez, Angel Contreras, and Luis Moreno, San Benito, put your hands together and experience the award-winning sights and sounds of the Rio Grande Valley, the Greyhound Marching Band.
San Benito Marching Band out on the field right now performing, getting ready for their pigskin competition, which is just around the corner for many of these schools. And again, a big crowd on hand, and all the home side stuck around to watch the band perform. Visitor side, which was full as well here at Bobby Morrow Stadium, entertained by the San Benito Marching Band. San Benito Marching Band wrapping up their performance. And again, they've got one more song, but that'll be played right in front of the home crowd. And that means we're as far away from that as you can get. We're on the visitor side at Bobby Morrow Stadium. Minute 39 left. Both teams have already returned back. They're in the end zones warming up while the band plays a little overtime here for the San Benito faithful that are here in force for the 88th annual Battle of the Arroyo. Your score that you see on the board is right, 21-14. We're getting ready to start the second half. Harlingen Cardinals will have the football as we start the second half of play. I've been to many of these, my friends, not as many as some, and certainly not as many as most from here in the Rio Grande Valley. But I've seen some crazy finishes here. When I was down on the Channel 4 days, I've been to some last-second heroics. I've been for some heartbreakers here as well. What are we in store for this one? I'll tell you what, San Benito's had the ball 4 times. They've scored 3 times. Harlingen's had the ball 3 times, with the exception of a 19-second drive, and they've scored twice. So both teams have shown they can move the football. Both teams have shown they can complete a drive, and both teams fully believe going into the second half of play here, they can walk out of here with a victory and be 1-0 in district play. We'll take a break. When we come back, second half kickoff. Cardinals get the football. Greyhounds with the lead.
Come to the Restore and save some money.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
There's lots to see and do in the Rio Grande Valley. If this means the world to you, trust your vision to Gulf Coast Eye Institute. For over 25 years, we've served patients with comprehensive care using the latest technology. Our team of doctors cover a wide spectrum of eye care specialties with locations across South Texas for your convenience, and always treat you with compassionate care. We want you to keep seeing and doing everything South Texas has to offer. Gulf Coast Eye Institute, your world, your vision.
Back here on Rio Sports Live, Jacob Howell at the camera. I'm not sure where he went to, but we'll get him back on that to start this video replay. Normally would happen for Rio Sports Live on a football game. However, San Benito coaching staff has requested we do not have a full presentation of this football game. We'll have some highlights for you. Already played some highlights for some of the fans on the audio only. We'll have those available after this football game as well, and we'll dissect it a little further when we have our Talking Sports on Rio Sports Live on Wednesday. Reminding you again, fans, we've got volleyball action tomorrow. Mac High taking on McCallum Memorial. And then basketball fans, we got some basketball action for you all day Sunday from the RGV Coaches Basketball Association preseason fundraising tournament at PSJA North and at PSJA Southwest. We're set to go to start the third quarter. Harlingen will be going right to left as I'm looking at the field from the visitors' spot at Bobby Morrow, meaning that the Cardinals will be going from east to west. San Benito will be kicking off. And that was a critical stop for Harlingen to stop that final drive of the Greyhounds, the only stop in the first half for the Cardinals. And it put them in a position now to take this drive and tie the game, and then we go back and forth. They fell behind 2 scores to San Benito and have been chasing them ever since. So the Greyhounds would love nothing more than to come out here and get a stop to start this second half. What adjustments were made? We're going to see. Teams had opportunities in the first half. Plays were there that were made, and other plays were there that could have been made. Wind blew the ball off the tee. There is a pretty good wind blowing, but it's more or less from the south to north, meaning it's a crosswind coming across the field from the Harlingen side to the San Benito side. Football teed up and kicked away, and away we go to start the third. A high short kick to the right side of the field, fielded by the Cardinals at the 20, 25, 30, and out of bounds at the 32-yard line. That's where Harlingen will take over, 1st and 10. Cardinals. The offense generated 175 yards of offense in the first half. 107 through the air, 68 on the ground. And we'll take a look at what they do to start this second half. 23 on the play clock, and they're still on the sideline, breaking out of the huddle. And they'll make their way onto the field for the first time here to start this second half of play. 11:55 and counting here in the third quarter. Empty backfield for Jaime Galvan. Drops back, looks to throw, has some time, looking, fires the ball down the sideline, and it's going to be incomplete. Down the right side, Justin Galvan. And so an incomplete pass to start the second half for the Harlingen Cardinals makes it 2nd and 10. Rio Hondo Bobcat fans tuning in. Well, fans will be there next Friday at Raymondville as Rio Hondo's at Raymondville on a Friday night. Then Saturday afternoon, next Saturday, we'll be down at Brownsville, Sam Stadium, when Harlingen takes on Hannah. Empty backfield for Galvan. Keeps it himself, running play up the middle, runs into his own man first, and then gets knocked down. Gained a yard, but nothing more, and so 2 quick plays result in a yard, and it's 3rd and 9 for Harlingen to start this second half. 21-14 game. San Benito jumped out on top, 7-0. Harlingen tied it. Greyhounds then scored the next 2 times. Harlingen scored a touchdown, had a field goal block to close out the first half, and that's your scoring. We're in the third quarter now. 3rd and 9 for Jaime Galvan. Greyhounds shifting defensively, and then the Cardinals jump off sides. Penalties were a factor in the first half on both sides. In this case, a 5-yard penalty against Harlingen. It was 3rd and long. It's just now 3rd and longer. Ball back inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line. So now the Greyhounds can pin their ears back and come after Jaime Galvan in hopes of getting a stop and getting their hands on the football and try to build on the lead. Galvan keeps it back in the backfield to his right side on this 3rd down play. Drops back to throw. Here comes pressure up the middle. He's hit, and down he goes, sacked by the Greyhounds. Everything collapsed on the right side. 2 guys converged. Nick Perez was there, and it looked like A.J. Garcia for the Greyhounds. That's a loss on the play of 6. And punt formation for the Harlingen Cardinals, and good field position should result in this for the San Benito Greyhounds. We're just underway in the third quarter, 10-17 and counting. Harlingen punter stands inside right at his 10-yard line. San Benito back at their own 35. Good snap. The punt is away. It's a high, short kick. Out to the midfield stripe, takes a high bounce, and the Cardinals will down it at the Greyhound 49-yard line. 9:55 to go in the third. Greyhounds get the ball for the first time in the second half after this.
I opened Alex Ron with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex and Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Stands. Looks like a holding call, though, is going to bring that back. Stops the clock with 9:31 to go here in the third quarter. And so they'll mark the ball all the way back out to the 48-yard line of the Harlingen Cardinals. San Benito will have 1st and 20. Greyhounds have outgained the Cardinals 239 to 170 now. Cavazos out of a shotgun formation on 1st down, and a receiver jumps offside on the right side. 5 more penalty yards coming up against San Benito. 21-14 ball game here in the third quarter. That puts the ball back on the San Benito side of the 50. 1st down still, 25 yards to go. Cavazos this time empties the backfield, keeps one back in the back on the left-hand side. 3 receivers right side. He'll run the read. And he keeps it himself, takes it to the right side, got back into Harlingen territory, brought down to the 45. That's an 8-yard gain, and Cavazos continues just to make the right reads on these calls. 17 carries, 94 yards on the night. He's averaging 5.5 per carry. 8:34 and counting here in the third. Jacob Cavazos for the San Benito Greyhounds. Drops back to throw. Here comes pressure up the middle. Gets rid of it. Completed pass at the Harlingen 40. Receiver gains a couple extra yards. Takes it down to the 37. That's back to the original line of scrimmage. And third down coming up. Mitch Guajardo on the catch. Third and 10 coming up for San Benito. Harlingen had one defensive stop in the first half. Trying to get one out of the gate here in the second. San Benito's already forced a punt here in the third quarter. Greyhounds on 3rd and 10. Cavazos drops back, rolls right. Here comes some pressure. He's got a lot of room. There's a holding call bringing it back as he's on the run. Got it inside the Cardinal 33 to a first down mark at the 31, but that hold may have taken place all the way back near the midfield stripe. It's a hold, and we'll see where the official marks the spot. They threw that flag all the way back near the 46-yard line. If they mark 10 yards from there, they won't. They mark it from the line of scrimmage. And so it remains third down. About 18 yards to go. Call it 20 for the Greyhounds. Cavazos hands it off on a draw play up the middle. Now some room across the 40, 35, down to the Cardinal 32-yard line. That's short of first down yardage on a carry by Castiega, but he'll gain 16. And now it's 4th and 4 for the San Benito Greyhounds. Decision time for Coach Dan Garcia and company. Will they go for it here on their home field, up 7? They appear to be. Cavazos in a shotgun formation. Long count, looks to the sideline. Play clock down to 17. He'll shift the receiver to the right-hand side. Keeps Castiego on his left side. Play clock down to 7. Takes a snap, going for it on 4th down. Here comes pressure. Gets away from it. Cavazos gets away from another man. Gets away from a third. Gets a pass downfield near the end zone. It's caught at the 2. Cavazos with a terrific play. Magician-like makes the play. All the way down to the 2. And that's all Jacob Cavazos, my friends. 3 different defenders had a bead on him. And that's a 38-yard completion to Mitch Guajardo. And 1st and goal. Running play for the Greyhounds to the left side. That goes nowhere. 2nd and goal coming up. Cavazos now 6 of 9 for 132 yards in the air. And so 2nd and goal from the Harlingen 1 for the San Benito Greyhounds. Harlingen South on top of Los Fresnos, 6-0 in that game. 5:58 and counting here. I formation. Cavazos takes a snap, hands it off, running play left side, touchdown, San Benito. They capitalize after the big pass play, and the Greyhounds tack on 6 more. Makes it a 27-14 game. That Jacob Cavazos completion, again, is one of the big plays of this football game, period. Extra point coming up for the Greyhounds. Snap is underway. Good placement, ball down, kick up, long, high, and good. 28-14. Greyhounds back up by 2 scores. Cardinals get the football after this.
For great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Coletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us where we have over 20 new menu items. Join us for Margarita Fridays and live music Fridays and Saturdays on the patio. Make any day memorable at Coletti's. Visit Coletti's.net. Downtown Harlingen. It's where you belong.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, live audio coverage on a Friday night from San Benito, Texas. 88th annual Battle of the Arroyo between Harlingen and San Benito. And right now the home team on top by 14 as their offense has been stopped one time here in this football game. Cardinals had an opportunity to stop them that last drive, but one big play turned that around. Kickoff sails past the return men into the end zone. And so the Harlingen Cardinals will now send the offense onto the field.
Z motion, 22 zone, Z flat.
Other scores, Harlingen South on top of Los Fresnos, 6-0. So the Hawks are trying to make a statement in district play out of the gate. Every week there's just a big game here in District 32 6A. Big games developing all around the Rio Grande Valley now at this point in time. 1st and 10 for Jaime Galvan and the Cardinals. Takes a snap, looks to throw, passes it left side to Reyna, makes a move, makes a man miss at the 30, and then falls down. And Joe Reyna was a step away from a huge play on that one. 7-yard gain, could have been a lot bigger. Reyna now with 3 catches for 62 yards. Second, 6-yard gain. Call it 2nd and 4. Clock running with 5:25 to go, and that's what's happening here in this ball game. Those drives by the Greyhounds are taking up big chunks of time off the clock. Galvan and the Cardinals out of a shotgun formation. Man in motion is Reyna. Fake the handoff. Galvan keeps it, ducks his head, drives forward, carries a man to the 40, stays on his feet to the 43, 44, a big push. Got to the 45-yard line and marked down there. That's a 14-yard gain for Jaime Galvan in the last 8. He had tacklers all around him. 4:57 and counting. Next Friday again will be in Raymondville for Rio Hondo at Raymondville. That's where I'll be anyway. 1st and 10 for Harlingen from the San Benito, or check that from their own 45-yard line. Cardinals, 3 receivers right-hand side. Galvan, single receiver left on the short side of the field. Waits for the snap, takes it, and a penalty is thrown. We've got a offsides against Harlingen. False start. False starts have been a regular call on both sides here tonight. And they seem to have just paused the San Benito drives, but they've stopped some of the Harlingen drives. That's the difference in your game right now. Harlingen, 1st and 15 from their own 40. Galvan has an empty backfield. Now he keeps the Jesus Gonzalez on his left-hand side. 3 receivers right side. And another penalty against the Harlingen Cardinals. Cardinals jumping off sides on back-to-back plays. 4:17 and counting here in this third quarter. Oh, now they call that penalty against the defense. Disconcerting signals, meaning that they're calling plays out in order to make the offense jump. Moves the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. Stands on the 45. Harlingen with a first down play coming up. Falcons just scored. They go up 7-6 against Harlingen South. 4:11 and counting here in this third quarter. Galvan has a ton of time. Drops back, looks to throw. Now he gets rid of the ball. Incomplete pass, and here comes a penalty flag.
They held him. They held our receiver.
2 players were converged or locked up. Away from the pass, away from the receiver. That's where the flag was thrown. It's a personal foul. And that's against San Benito for hands to the face. That's a 15-yard penalty. And so that'll move the ball into San Benito territory. They'll move it across the 50. Mark it all the way down at the Greyhound 40. First and 10 for Harlingen. 4:03 left here in the third quarter. This is just the second time Harlingen's had their hands on the football in the second half. Galvan keeps Gonzalez on his right-hand side. Two receivers right, twins to the left-hand side. Reyna goes in motion left to right. He looks to throw, drops the football. Galvan recovers it, but loses 11. He went to throw. He was looking for Reyna coming out of the motion, and the ball just slipped out of Galvan's hands. Fortunately, on his side, the ball bounced right back up into it. Unfortunately, there were Greyhounds all over it. Loss of 11, second and 21, 3:37 to go in the third quarter. Cardinals now have to go from their own 49-yard line. Need to get a first down by getting to the Greyhound 30 on this second down play. Wide right is Dalton Mann. Wide left is Damon Cantu. Galvan rolls out right-hand side. Looking, still looking. Now a deep ball over the middle and traffic incomplete. He looked for Damon Cantu. He had Joe Reyna coming across inside the 40 on a cross route. Galvan didn't spot him in an incomplete pass. Brings up third and long. Call it 21 yards to go for the Harlingen Cardinals. Stops the clock with 3:11 to go in the third.
Here we go. Hey, get. The running back's going to have the running back.
Penalty was against Harlingen, by the way. There was a flag thrown on that. San Benito declined that. Third down coming up for the Harlingen Cardinals. They'll be on the left hash mark of the San Benito Greyhounds. And they'll be set to go here on this next play. Long time in the huddle for the Cardinals. Play clock down to 15 as they break out. Up to the line of scrimmage. Empty backfield now for Jaime Galvan. Empty backfield. Three receivers left side. Drops back to throw. Has some time. Here comes pressure. Gets rid of the ball left side. It's going to be incomplete. Tried to get to Jesus Gonzalez. Gonzalez was covered out there. Isolation coverage by Albert Mercado, and now the punt team will have to come in for Harlingen. Second possession, stalled. And the Cardinals will have to punt the ball away. 3:04 remaining. Turn that microphone down. You won't be able to hear those coaches, my friends. You'll hear me a lot easier than you'll hear coaches right now. Punt formation for the Cardinals. Good snap. The ball is away, and the kick is away. Takes a bounce inside the 10. Drop, pick back up. Greyhounds give up some room. Now they get to the left corner. Across the 10, 15, 20. Block made to the 30, out to the 35-yard line, but then penalty flags all behind that. This may be coming way back. Greyhound return man got the ball out, but those officials spotted something back. The flags are laying at the 20-yard line of San Benito. The return ended up going out beyond the 35. We'll see where these penalties end up taking San Benito. It's an illegal block in the back. Now, it just depends on where the spot was. Official will start walking from inside the 10. Now mark the ball down right about the 9.5-yard line, just shy of the 10 for the San Benito Greyhounds. 2:47 left here in the third quarter. And first and 10 for the Greyhounds, up 2 scores. Jacob Cavazos has had an answer for everything tonight thrown at him by this Harlingen Cardinal team. Two backs in the backfield to join him. On the read, hands the ball off, and nothing there for Tyler Castellega. Short gain on the play. And again, it's not necessarily these first and second down plays that have been the difference makers. It's been what Cavazos does on those reads. 2:26 left here in the third quarter. That was a loss of a yard on that last carry. Cavazos takes a snap. Reed left-hand side, going to be hit. Fumble comes loose. It looks like the Cardinals recover outside the 10. They do. Turnover, and the Cardinals of Harlingen have the ball in the red zone. First and 10, just outside the 10 with 2:09 to go in the third. Turnover, hands Harlingen an opportunity here. Had San Benito been able to hang on to that football and mount a sustained drive, they may have been able to run out enough time off the clock to make it improbable for the Cardinals to come back. But now, opportunity here. Knocking on the door, Cardinals on first and 10, just outside the 10. Galvan hands the ball off, trying to get to the left-hand side, taking on a couple of tacklers, driving down to about the 8. And that's just a decision there by Jesus Gonzalez to say, I'm going to take him on. There were two defenders right there. He wasn't running away from him. He was running right into him. 2-yard gain. Minute 49 and counting here in the third quarter. Second down, make it a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7. Cardinals can get a first down without getting in the Greyhound end zone. Galvan sets him down again. Runs to the short side of the field. Got a block. Got inside the 5. Down to the 4-yard line. Third down coming up. Galvan gains 5. 3rd and 2 coming up for Harlingen. Galvan out of a shotgun. Going to run it left. Has some room. Thrown backwards. Now we'll wait for the spot. Looks like he's short by about a half a yard. 4th down coming up. Right at a yard to go for the Harlingen Cardinals. Again, they can get a first down without getting in the end zone, but if they don't gain a yard, San Benito's going to take over. 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. Cardinals having some personnel issues, trying to get guys on and off the field in time. 17 seconds left. Cardinals have to call a timeout. They were trying to get some big bodies in there, but a whole bunch showed up, and only 11 can be on the field. Back after this.
Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to...
Back here, it is 4th down and 1 yard to go. 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Cardinals up to the line of scrimmage. They got a lot of bodies. Double tight end set. Tight set, double wing set. Galvan under center. Takes it, drives forward. Here comes a surge and a big push. Gets him down inside the 1. He did not get in the end zone, but that's a first down on a great surge by the Cardinals offense. They'll mark the ball down just shy of the 1. 1st and goal coming up. Clock stops while they mark the ball down, but now it cranks up. 26 seconds left here in the third quarter. Same formation for the Cardinals. Galvan under center. Takes a snap. Drives forward. Touchdown, Harlingen Cardinals. Galvan with a huge surge. Cuts the lead. Down to 1 score. Extra point coming up. That time it was just a no-doubter. Galvan, if he needed 4.5, he would have got that before he got anywhere near stopped. 16 seconds left here in the third. Extra point coming up for Harlingen. And these become more important down the stretch here. They trail by 8 just to make it 7. Good snap, ball down, kick up, long, high, and good. 28-21, not decided yet. Greyhounds maintain the lead back after this.
Upgrade your job skills. Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
Stop today at 523 Express Printing, 1 block from UTRGV in Edinburgh. For copies, school, marketing, or fundraising materials, it's the place for printing needs. Business cards, labels, invitations, letters, signs, banners, and more. Call 523 Express Printing today.
Back here on RealSportsLive.com, Joe Bowling with you. And again, we have got good action going on here. Harlingen scores here in the third quarter. Kicking off, Greyhounds to return it. Greyhounds up by 7, right in the middle of the field. Out across the 20, trying to get to the left-hand side, and they got a wall. Across the 30 to 35-yard line, it's shut down. Looked like a bigger return coming than that. And with 9 seconds left here in the third quarter, San Benito will send their offense onto the field. A turnover opened up the door. Harlingen Cardinals turned it into points. The last time the Greyhounds offense was on the field. Football spotted at the 36. Crowd starting to chant some defense out there on the Harlingen side of things. And there's a big crowd out there as well. First down play for Cavazos on the read, hands it off. Running play right-hand side, out across the 40 to 41-yard line. And that should take us to the end of the third quarter. First carry of the night for Antonio Torres. Gains 4. Fourth quarter coming up. Greyhounds lead the Cardinals after this.
Children's Depot in Wesco is a third facility within our family offering high-quality education and infant care. Classrooms are filling fast, so take advantage of open enrollment today. School readiness curriculum, including science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Children's Depot, the education station.
Monster Car Wash has it all. Bring your ride and we'll make it right. Save $5 on the Golden Monster Wash with your ticket stub. Interior wipe down, vacuum, and polish. Relax and grab a bite while we make your ride look new again. That's the good stuff. Monster Car Wash, number 1.
And that picks up yardage. And enough for a first down for the Greyhounds of San Benito, and that's the way the fourth quarter gets going.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to also award in a few moments. We'll have the Whataburger fan in the stands.
San Benito with the lead and the football here in the fourth. Running play up the middle, and that goes for about a half a yard. Castiego on the carry. Gains 1. Greyhounds with 330 yards of offense here tonight have outgained the Cardinals 330 to 191. Shotgun formation for Cavazos. Man in motion left to right. On the read, Cavazos keeps it himself, running right-hand side. Ran through a tackle, got hit at the 50 and brought down. Jesus Galvan had a chance to make a play right there. Lost grasp of Jacob Cavazos. He's not the first guy to lose grasp tonight. Cavazos with now 18 carries and 95 yards rushing. Third and long for San Benito. They've been here before, and Cavazos has found a way to get it done. Empty backfield as he looks to the sideline for the play. .10:47 and counting in the ball game. Cavazos out of a shotgun. Looks to the right side, timeout called. San Benito has to burn their first.
That is their first timeout.
We'll be back. Exotic Pet World brings people and pets together. You and your pets will love Belbaño Self-Serve Pet Wash. Complimentary grooming tables, towels, aprons, and blow dryer for a great price. Quick and easy. Go see them at 1716 West Hackberry in McAllen.
Don't pass up the savings at Mi Casa Furniture. Score big at Mi Casa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica Boulevard, Brownsville.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Xavier. This is Sarge, and we're the owners of King Cuts Barbershop, and this is the King Cuts crew. Welcome to King Cuts! We specialize in all kinds of men's cuts and hair designs. Keep yourself groomed. We'll take care of the rest. King Cuts, where fresh cuts are served daily.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close.
Of wanting
To making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease.
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close.
If we donate now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Looking for a new garage door or just need repairs? Overhead Door stands for excellence. With a complete line of garage doors and openers, plus expert service you can trust. Beautifully designed, beautifully crafted, trusted for more than 90 years. Always look for the Overhead Door logo to be sure you're getting the genuine, the original Overhead Door.
Overhead Door of South Texas. Look for the red ribbon, 956-787-DOOR.
Looking to add that special look to your home? Then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
for watching Real Sports Live.
Whoa, what are you doing, man? We're having a commercial without me? Come to the Restore and save some money.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
There's lots to see and do in the Rio Grande Valley. If this means the world to you, trust your vision to Gulf Coast Eye Institute. For over 25 years, we've served patients with comprehensive care using the latest technology. Our team of doctors cover a wide spectrum of eye care specialties with locations across South Texas for your convenience, and always treat you with compassionate care. We want you to keep seeing and doing everything South Texas has to offer. Gulf Coast Eye Institute, your world, your vision.
Back here on RioSportsLive.com, and Harlingen has tied it up. San Benito will return the kick. High kick. Back to the right-hand side, fielded at the 10 for the Greyhounds. They drop it, pick it back up. Now out across the 10. Nice move, made it to 15 and the 20. Cross the 20, 25 to the 30, to the left sideline to the 35, to the 40, the 45-yard line. Something out of nothing, Greyhounds. How about that return? Looked like disaster as Smiley Silva dropped the football inside his own 10-yard line and then had the presence of mind to pick it up with two defenders standing right there. Step between the two before they made the hit. And then returned it all the way out to his own 45. 8:18 left here in the ball game. San Benito, 1st and 10 for the 45. Jacob Cavazos brings up his offense onto the field. They've still outgained the Cardinals by nearly 100 yards tonight. Empty backfield for Cavazos. Big play on a first down. Penalty flags come raining in. I got the score right, my friends. We're tied.
Illegal snap. Number 62 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
8:12 to go. First and 15 now for the San Benito Greyhounds. Shotgun formation for Jacob Cavazos. He looks to throw over the middle, got a man, midfield and more. The Cardinal 45, that's a 15-yard strike. On the money, and he spots Antonio Torres. And a big play by the Cardinals on 2nd and 1. Results in a loss. Back on the San Benito side of the 50 at their own 48. Crowd standing up in front of us, so I'm not sure anybody's going to ever see the highlights of this as far as the highlight reel from where this is at right now. 3rd down and long, bad snap. Cavazos races left, looking, pressure, gets away, delivers a pass. It's going to be a short first down and more. Inside the 45-yard line to the 35, first down, and Cavazos hits Torres.
Number 11 with the catch.
Actually, that's Constante on the catch. And Cavazos does it with his arm there. First down, San Benito. 6:54 left in the game. Greyhounds have to burn another timeout. Now Harlingen takes a timeout. That's their second. 6:54 left. All tied up. Back after this.
I opened Alex Restaurant with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alexandria, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Flags rolling in. San Benito called for a false start. That'll drive you crazy as a coach. Even if your opponent called the timeout, you still come out and can't get a snap off because of a false start. That'll drive you nuts. 1st and 15. Jacob Cavazos, 98 yards on the ground, 163 yards through the air. He's done his part. Needs a little more for San Benito. Runs it on his own, up the middle, across the 30 in a hurry. Gained 7 more. That'll take him over the 100-yard mark in rushing against the Harlingen Cardinals. 2nd down, now it's 6 yards to go for San Benito. From the Cardinal 30, there's a false start against San Benito again.
False start, number 79 of the offense. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
So Cavazos gains 7, then they give up 5 on a penalty. Still 2nd down, but now back outside the line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage, so it's 2nd and 11. 6:29 to go in the ball game. Cavazos, 3 receivers, bunch up on the right-hand side. Cavazos drops back to throw, has some time, rifles one over the middle and behind his man, incomplete. That play worked in the first half where they flooded the right side. And now 3rd and 11 coming up with 6:24 left in the ball game. Cavazos gets the play from the sideline. 3rd and 11. They got to get it inside the Harlingen 25 for the Hounds to get a 1st down. Cavazos empties the backfield. Castiago to his right side, rolls right. Has some blocking, fires a pass, right sideline, a diving attempt, incomplete. Receiver had run, had he made the catch, he was going to be short of 1st down yardage for about 1.5 yards. Now it's 4th and 11 from the Harlingen 35 for San Benito. They'll keep the offense on the field. 6:17 left on the incompleted pass. The clock will stop. Cavazos has Castiago to his left-hand side. 2 receivers to the short side of the field off the left hash mark. Tight end left side as well. Cavazos, long count. Takes it, reads it. Looking from the right side. Flushed out of the pocket. Still looking, delivers a short pass. It's caught by Brandon Valdez. He's blown up. Ended up gaining enough for a 1st down. That's an 11-yard gain. Valdez reeled it in, and again, Cavazos made that happen by buying some additional time. 1st down for San Benito. Inside the Harlingen 25. Here comes Valdez on a run. Running left-hand side, hit as he got to the line of scrimmage and brought down. Short yards on that one, if any, on the gain. They will give him credit of forward progress for a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. Cavazos is now 9 of 14 in the air, 174 yards. On the ground, 21 carries, 106 yards. At the line, 5:26 left here in this game. Cavazos on a read, hands it off. Castiago makes a move. Down inside the Harlingen 15 to the 14-yard line. About a yard shy of a 1st down for Tyler Castiago. He now hits the 100-yard mark in rushing, so 2 guys with 100 yards on the ground tonight for San Benito. Official called a flag after the play. Personal foul against Harlingen. Face mask call against the Harlingen Cardinals, and 1st and goal coming up for San Benito's Greyhounds with 5:12 left in this ball game. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 7. Cavazos in the huddle. Will break out the Hounds. Play clock at the 10-second mark. They run up to the line. Under center, Cavazos takes a snap, rolls it right-hand side, and he ducks his head in the end zone. Touchdown, Jacob Cavazos. Greyhounds back up on top. 4:49 left in the ball game. And Cavazos gets the job done from 7 yards out. Extra point coming up. They stayed in the huddle till the 10-second mark, ran up to the line of scrimmage, double tight end, double wing set. And then Cavazos on a quarterback run to the right side. And now the extra point. Play clock goes to zeros. Penalty flags against the Greyhounds. They couldn't get the right personnel in for the extra point. So they'll move the ball back 5 yards. Will that make a difference here in this game? I've seen crazy things happen here in this rivalry. They'll have to spot the ball down at the 15-yard line. So in essence, this is a 25-yard extra point. Kicker is Mike Robles. Good snap, ball down, gets the kick away and booms it right through the uprights. Greyhounds up 7. Kickoff coming up.
Head to downtown Harlingen for great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Coletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us where we have over 20 new menu items. Join us for Margarita Fridays and live music Fridays and Saturdays on the patio. Make any day memorable at Coletti's. Visit colettis.net. Downtown Harlingen. It's where you belong.
Back here at Bobby Morrow Stadium, making some noise on the San Benito side as the fans ramp it up on the Harlingen side. How much time left, you say? 4:49 left in this ball game. San Benito has never trailed in this game. Harlingen's come back from 2 touchdown deficits twice. 35-28 is your score. A high short kick fielded by the Cardinals at their 20. Across the 25 to the 30, out across the 30 to the 35-yard line, and that's where Harlingen will take over. 65 yards away from tying this ball game up. 1 timeout left for Harlingen, if you're counting timeouts. 4:42 left. So is this the drive they have to get the job done on or not? From the 35. Harlingen has been outgained 398 to 248 in this ball game. Galvan takes a snap, keeps it himself, running play right side, hit, wrapped up, taken down. He'll gain 4 and bring up 2nd and 6. Football marked down at the Harlingen 38-yard line. 4:15 and counting here in the 4th. Cardinals 3 receiver overlay the left-hand side. Galvan out of a shotgun. Takes a snap, drops back. Here comes pressure up the middle, over the middle. Look for Reyna, threw it behind him, incomplete. Reyna coming from the middle to the right side of the field. Covered by Albert Mercado. He had a step on Mercado. That would have been short of first down yardage. And the angle that Galvan was running, I'm not sure he could have turned it upfield and got a first down out of that. 3rd and 6. Clock stops with 3:59 left in the ball game. Cardinals up to the line. Reyna joins Cantu and McNabb on the left side as receivers for the Cardinals. Single receiver right-hand side. Galvan takes a snap. Drops back to throw. Looking, pressured up the middle. Comes, and he's hit, and down he goes. Sack for San Benito. Everybody ran their routes in the middle of the field. It actually allowed three defenders to bunch together and be close enough to be, quote, covering anybody close by. 4th down for the Harlingen Cardinals. 3:29 and counting here in this ball game. They'll bring the punt team in. Remember, they have 1 timeout left in this game. From their own 20, Harlingen lines up to punt the football. Clock running, 3:15 to count. In the game, a high snap, a good catch by the punter, gets the kick away. It's going to be covered at the 30. Greyhounds on the return to the 35, middle of the field to the 40. And that's where San Benito will take over. Clock in their favor, score in their favor. And here come the San Benito offense with the 7-point lead. Football at the 40-yard line. On the ground, San Benito tonight, 37 carries, 224 yards. That's 6.1 yards per carry. Jaime Galvan. He's actually under 100 yards now in rushing. Check that. Let's get to Cavazos. He's over 100 yards. Running play, Cavazos up the middle. Got some room in the secondary. Slides forward to the Cardinal 40. He gains 20. Jacob Cavazos just untouched for a 20-yard gain. He's now got 23 carries for 133 yards on the night. 2:45 and counting here in this football game. Greyhounds in no hurry to take the snap. They can take it down to the 2:20 mark before taking a snap. Harlingen has 1 timeout left. Cavazos out of a shotgun. Play clock down to 6. Lets it run down to 3, down to 2, takes a snap at 1, reads it, runs it, right side, room again in the secondary, running through some tackles, 30, 20, down to the 15-yard line, and Jacob Cavazos trying to put this away on his own. 15 more yards on the ground. 1st and 10 from the Harlingen 13-yard line with 2:14 to go in this ball game. Harlingen has 1 timeout left. They'll burn it now. Go ahead and keep it right here. Not sure they took a timeout if there's a couple of players shaken up. I know that's what's being attended to right now, a couple of Harlingen players. 2:10 left. Timeout on the field. Back after this.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
Okay on that end of things. Score clock reads 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the football game. Harlingen Cardinals have 1 timeout left. They trail 7. San Benito Greyhounds have the ball, 1st and 10 at the Harlingen 13. Jacob Cavazos has 24 carries for 148 yards. Greyhounds have now amassed 433 yards of offense here tonight. 259 on the ground. Greyhounds letting the clock run. It'll go under 2 minutes. They can take this all the way down to 1:30 left before they even have to take a snap. They may not have to run many plays at all. They can take a knee and win this, I believe. Cavazos brings him up. Play clock down to 11, takes a snap. Runs it right-hand side. Drives forward, got down inside the 10 to the 6, then a big stack there. So that's good enough for a 5-yard gain. And now Harlingen takes their final timeout. It comes with 1:29 left in the game. Football at the 6-yard line of Harlingen. Next week, Harlingen plays on Saturday. They'll get an extra day, and then they're on the road at Hannah. It's an afternoon game.
Thank you.
Trying to keep track of what happened in that other game where Los Fresnos and Harlingen South were all knotted up in a close game. 7-6 when last I checked. Los Fresnos had taken a lead. Out of the timeout, the Greyhounds will be faced with 2nd down and call it 4 yards to go from the Harlingen 6. Cavazos, again, with 25 carries, 153. He also has 174 yards through the air. We'll have highlights right after this game. Running play, right side, Cavazos ducks down to the 4. And now the clock will run. Play clock at 33, game clock at 1:25. Now it's at 25 and 1:19. So they'll go to about it'll be inside a minute before the Greyhounds have to take a snap. 1st and goal for San Benito, though, at the 2. Again, fans, normally I'd be saying you can watch the entire game afterwards, but the San Benito Greyhounds did not want a video replay of this game in its entirety. We'll have some replays for you as far as highlights go. And then I guess if you're asking when can I watch this in its entirety, well, if you live in the San Benito area, Coach is going to allow their television station to run at one time. Talked to their crew earlier today. Other than that, see you at the end of the year. That's when the Greyhounds will unveil the curtain on their video presentations in their entirety. We'll have highlights of this game. I'll have them up right after it's over. Greyhounds took a timeout. First and goal from the Harlingen 2, and San Benito does not have to score here. They could take a knee. If you're on the Harlingen side, about the only thing you have left to do is to actually let them score, just so you can get your hands on the football again. Cavazos brings him up to the line.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference.
Cavazos under center. Takes a snap. Rolling right-hand side. He's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown, San Benito. Cavazos from 2 yards out. Back to a 2-score lead for the Hounds. realistically, that was the only chance Harlingen had to get their hands on the football, my friends. I know there's trains of thought that say don't let him score because you may need those points later on when you're having tiebreakers. And in this district, there's only 6 teams and 4 of them are going to make it. You might need those points. In this case, points on the board for San Benito. Takes it to a 41-28 game. Good snap, good placement, ball down, high, up, and through. San Benito now 42-28. For a third time tonight, they take a 2-score lead. Kickoff coming up after this.
One block from UTRGV in Edinburgh. For copies, school, marketing, or fundraising materials, it's the place for printing needs. Business cards, labels, invitations, letters, signs, banners, and more. Call 523 Express Printing today. The new location for Children's Depot in Westico is a third facility.
Back here in San Benito, Harlingen Cardinals will be returning a kickoff. San Benito Greyhounds with a lead, 42-28. Next week, again on Friday night, I'll be in Raymondville as the Rio Hondo Bobcats travel to take on the Bearcats. Next Saturday afternoon, I'll be at Sam Stadium for Hannah taking on this Harlingen team. That'll be live audio and video coming to you from Sam Stadium. 42-28 here. Greyhounds with the lead. And a ton of people stuck around for this one. Short kick by the Greyhounds. Takes a big hop at the Cardinal 25. Return there out across the 30 to the 32. A lot of time coming off the clock on the return. Out across the 44 to the 45-yard line. 41 seconds left here in this game. Cardinals will have the football at their own 35-yard line. No timeouts left, down 2 scores. Clock will stop on anything that goes out of bounds on an incomplete pass. Fans asking why no video, I'm telling you. I adhere to coach's request. In this case, San Benito said no. Pass play for Galvan. Rolling out right-hand side, going to keep it and run. Gets out of bounds at the 41-yard line, gains 6. Second down coming up, 34 seconds left in the game. Football down at the 41. Galvan on the night now goes over 100 yards rushing, 22 carries, 105 yards. He also was 9 of 17 for 149 yards. The 2 quarterbacks brought their A game as far as numbers on the statistics. Second down for the Cardinals. Galvan drops back to throw. Pressure up the middle. Gets rid of the ball. It's going to be incomplete. In the direction of Cantu. And an incomplete pass stops the clock with 29 seconds to go. Second down and call it 4 from the Harlingen 41. Galvan out of a shotgun. Going to run it up the middle. Got a first down at the midfield stripe to the 45 of the Greyhounds, down to the 40. They'll stop the clock with 21 seconds to go to move the chains. Cardinals already up to the line of scrimmage. They'll clock this football down at 17 seconds left in the game. And have it first and 10. From the San Benito 40. Reminding you, volleyball action tomorrow will be in McAllen for McAllen Memorial taking on Mac High. That's a 12:30 start, I believe, on the varsity side. And basketball action coming your way on Sunday from the RGV Coaches Basketball Association preseason tournament. Galvan going to run for the Cardinals. Out to the 40, hit right there. Looked like he had some room, and then that shut down in a hurry, and that may do it. Galvan stopped after a 2-yard gain, and that is going to be the final play of this ball game. They unstack, and then they'll start the clock up here in just a second. Harlingen tied this game up in the fourth quarter. San Benito comes up with 2 fourth-quarter scores. Personal foul against Harlingen after that play. They'll move the ball all the way back inside the Harlingen side of the 50, back to their 46. So we'll have one more snap of the football here tonight. And then they'll try to figure out this traffic mess and get everyone out of this stadium. That does it. Galvan takes a snap and the ball game's over. San Benito wins it 42-28. 88th annual Battle of the Arroyo is history. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. Reminding you again, we can have replays on most of our games. I'll have some highlights playing for you here in just a little bit. But again, our final score tonight from Bobby Morrow Stadium. San Benito wins it 42-28 in the ball game. Jacob Cavazos, 27 carries, 158 yards on the ground. In the air, 9 of 14 for 174 yards. Tyler Castiego also 11 carries for 100 yards. 443 to 274, the Hounds outgained the Cardinals. Cardinals had Jaime Galvan for 24 carries and 123 yards. He also went 9 of 18 for 149 yards in the air. The offense was there. Both teams, I think, made a statement. District 32-6A, it's still going to go through here until somebody figures out just how good Hannah is. Cardinals are going to find that out next week. They play at Hannah on Saturday afternoon. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Till next week, I'm Joe Bowling. Good night, everybody.